Hey there. I hope that you are doing well today. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little nervous because last month's Plan With Me Live, help me in the chat. I see that there are a few folks with me. So just help me in the chat. Let me know that you can see me and that you can hear me. And we're all good. Last month, I tried this, and for whatever reason, it no one could see me, nobody could hear me. So please let me know. It looks like, oh goodness, looks like you guys are here. I just want to make sure that you can see me. So let me just see here. It says that I'm live. Yes. Oh, good morning. Hey, Rhonda, how are you? So you can hear me, Rhonda? You can see me, like all of the good things? Okay, perfection. I'm so excited. I don't know what happened last time. So like I just like went on a tangent, man. I shared my screen and nothing worked. But I can see me now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. You know that I like to be respectful of your time. I'm really excited. I look at August as being kind of a back to business. We have been, hey Ed, how are you doing? Good morning, good morning. I feel like August is a great reset before we get into holiday hangover. Holiday hangover starts, guys, like there's already Christmas in the stores. Like, I don't know if you are out shopping or not. When I go, I know this is going to sound fun. When I go get my yarn at Hobby Lobby, like all the Christmas stuff is already out. Like, oh. So I used to look at holiday hangover starting in October when things kick off with Halloween and then Thanksgiving. And then we've got Black Friday and we've got Christmas and we've got New Year's and all of those things in between. I'm probably going to back it up to September. So August is a great reset. I feel like we do it without really recognizing it over the summer. I call that a linen dress flip flop weather, where we easily say no to things. Whereas when we get back to work, we just let all of those things pile up. And I don't know if you've been watching on the socials lately, but part of the thing that I feel like I'm working through right now is I don't feel overwhelmed in business. When I get overwhelmed in business, it's because I've made so many micro decisions and so many decisions in my life. Whether that's I've got two kids leaving for college in the next 2 weeks, the house that was split by a tree almost a year ago. I walked in yesterday with the contractor and he was in there and it was almost like this swirl of activity. And I was like, okay, thank you. It was very overwhelming, all of those little micro decisions to make. And then just like like all of the other decisions that you have to make on top of it, it makes business feel overwhelming. And that's like the easy part for me right now. So I'm going to go ahead, share my screen, and hopefully I can share my screen. We're going to hit August for my slides because I got a slide deck, and I'm going to pop over and just make sure that you can see it. Let me know that you can see it now that I've transitioned over to the slides. I think you can. And we are going to go through, I'm going to hit slideshow to make it pretty. And we're going to go ahead and get busy. So here's what we're going to be covering. I've got some fun things for you and a new way to do really the planning with Rhonda. So we're going to do a system reset checklist. So we're going to go through, and this is kind of a fun thing actually to do a reset. We're going to talk about the August sprint plan. So I do August, but we're really kind of talking like your September, October, November. I know it's a little bit off in terms of quarters, but we're going to look at one clear 90-day goal and one of my most favorite pictures ever graphics. We're going to talk about the weekly routine blueprint that works for your real life, really shaping business around life. And I feel very fancy pants because now I have a template ecosystem. One of my customers inside, I was doing the first onboarding call for Low Ticket Designer. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm new to you. I'm loving all of the content. Very flattering. I appreciate that. And she was like, but I'm overwhelmed. How do I put the ecosystem together? And I was like, wait, what? And the funny thing about all of like putting the ecosystem together is I had on the other side someone saying, you've got too many templates. And I'm like, you know what? I'm proud of the fact that I have these templates because guess what? I speak with my customer each and every week, and these are the things that my customer is asking for. And so thank you. I appreciate you. And I have a new slide. And it's a visual, it's colorful. I think when you see it, you will be able to put it together. And I've got some bonuses, and we're going to mark our calendar for a special date that is coming up here at the end of the month. Okay. So let's talk system reset checklist. So this is, I'm a big 10-minute a day. And I really like that 10-minute a day kind of first thing in the morning when we're talking about our morning routine. So my morning routine, I'm getting up, I'm letting the dogs out, I'm in my family threads saying good morning to the kids. I'm making Daniel's lunch. I typically go and I start looking at my daily 3, like the 3 non-negotiables that I'm going to accomplish. But when we're talking about a reset, I don't want this to feel heavy. I almost want it to feel like set a 10-minute timer, go into your office, what is cluttering your desk? And at the end of that 10 minutes, you're done. Does that take you 1 day, 2 day, 3 day? Whatever it takes you, but we do it in small increments of time. Small steps equal big progress. All right. So archive or delete files, folders, and tools that you are no longer using. I want to highlight here for just a second, tools that you are no longer using. Y'all, I live by that 6-figure dashboard, and that dashboard is a Google Sheet, and it's tracking my expenses. It's tracking my revenue. Each month, I am looking at my expenses. I really like to have a tight ship when it comes to my tech stack. And so I'm looking if there is something that I'm like, do we really need this? I will highlight it in red. I will give it 30 days and it's out of there. Instead of waiting till tax time and you're sitting there and you're coding all of the different tech tools and things like that you're paying for each month and going, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've paid for this all year and I've never used it. But then you feel guilty because you cancel it and you're like, I spent all of that money and I never used it. So I'm going to challenge you. Inside of Systems by Design, you've got that 6-figure dashboard. Use it. Use it. Look at the, or if you're using another way that we are tracking, look at your expenses. Again, I like to have a nice tech stack, very tight. Goodbye clutter, and it's almost like a goodbye overwhelm, right? Numbers are your friends. Numbers take out the emotion of your business. Now you are making logical, data-driven decisions, right? Number 2, and these are all simple, right? 10 minutes a day, organize your current templates. So one of the things when we talk about templates, y'all, seriously, I want to challenge you, 10 minutes a day, go into your Canva and organize those templates, your Canva account. They really need to come up with a better way to organize. And the way that I do it is I literally put it in the Business Command Center, the templates that I'm using. It's very, I feel, I love using Canva. I use the Pro account. If you don't know what Canva is, it is a graphics tool. And I've been using it for years and years and years. At the very beginning, it used to be what? Canva and PicMonkey. Is PicMonkey even a thing anymore? I don't know. I don't know if PicMonkey is a thing, but I'm still using Canva, but I hate seeing all of the things that I always see when I open my Canva account. So I'm going to challenge you. Organize your current Canva templates, all right? SOPs, y'all, if you are not using SOPs, what is an SOP? Standard operating procedure. I'm going to challenge you. That task, every time you sit down to work, you do it over and over again. Start there. 10 minutes and do it. All right. And dashboards, so they are easy to find and actually use. And so one of the things that I'm doing now, so if you've purchased the Business Command Center, we've got Trello Tuesdays, and I have actually added some GPTs. And one of the GPTs is so that you can pin the boards to your browser. And it doesn't matter which browser you're using, Safari, Chrome, Firefox. It tells you step by step in order to how to do it. And so those dashboards, I mean, it's a template. Okay. So it's easy to find and easy to use. So that business command center should be linked as a bookmark in your browser. So you click it and everything that you need to run your business is right there at your fingertips. It also helps to eliminate distractions. I mean, part of what we're doing here is like the one link with the picture inside of the business command center is to eliminate distractions. Because I know if you go through, oh, let me go to Google, let me get the folder. Oh, there's that email sequence that I need to update. Let me go over here. Oh, my client needs me over here. Oh, let me just respond to this email really quickly. Part of what I love to share with my customers, with my clients, are routines and structure. Because I think if we can plug into a framework, if we can plug into a structure, we know what to do. And it's easier for us. We can make a decision, close the door, and keep moving forward. All right. So finally here, the system reset 10-minute a day rule is to identify friction points in your day-to-day. Identify friction points in your day-to-day. So when anybody purchases the Business Command Center, you get access to the Overwhelm to Organize community. It is a private Facebook community, and part of gaining access, I ask you, what is your friction point? And I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of friction points. But I want you, since I've asked you this question, identify what that one friction point is. It could be, I'm overwhelmed. Sometimes people will say things like, I need to have systems in place so I can delegate to my team. I need to have systems in place so I can hire a team. No one really says they need better time management, but at the root of everything is their time management. So what is the friction point in your day-to-day that's preventing you from moving forward? Is it tech? Is it team? Is that you don't have a clear idea of your offer? You don't have a clear idea of your customer? Take 10 minutes and focus just on that one thing. 10 minutes a day. It could be one day. It could be 2 days. Maybe at the end of 3 days of dedicating 10 minutes a day, you're like, I know exactly who my customer is, and I know exactly what they need. Let me go talk to them. So basically, assign a tool, assign a system, or use AI to fix them fast. All right. So identify friction points in your day to day. And when I'm using AI, I use custom GPTs. I am having conversations. Sometimes I feel like it's a stream of conscious. Sometimes the words are not spelled correctly. Maybe they're not in the right order. But because I've trained my GPTs, they know me and they're encouraging to me. And sometimes I'll say, please and thank you. Make it a conversation. Make it a conversation. And I think that it's like having a team member. It's like having a team member. And just pick one, y'all. I know. There's I'm going to miss one. Perplexity, Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT. What is right for you? I am really there is nothing more frustrating to me than all of the noise around all of the tools that are out there. The question is stopping and saying, what do you really need to run your business using AI? Because I'm tired of people making us feel like we are behind. We carry that baggage, and that in and of itself is such a friction point. All right, so that might be yours. So let's talk about August Sprint Plan. This is one of my favorite pictures. Very visual, very visual. And why do I want to share this with you? All right, is because I want you to see one big goal. This is your 90-day goal. We could say starting in August, or we could say we're going to start this in September, right? So I'm going to take 90 days. So September, October, November, because let's face it, for the most part, we're just kind of closing down. We are reflecting and we are planning for January and December, right? We're still working with clients and we're still doing our thing and memberships, things like that. But it really is a wind down month. So what is the one big goal? Where is it that we want to be? I know it's easy to say a big figure, of revenue that you want? Is it that you want to launch a membership? Is it that you want to have a better system for your premium offer? Maybe you want to have a premium offer. Whatever that is, that one big goal, I want you to write it down. All right. Shoot for the moon. Okay. Now, when we take this one big goal, we need to take steps in order to accomplish the one big goal. So I break those down into 30-day sprints or one little. So this is what I call my one big, three little. Each one of these small goals helps me get closer to accomplishing the big goal. And I want you to see how beautiful this is broken down, right? So instead of thinking about this big goal, analysis paralysis, procrastination, I'm not taking action, now I have just a little goal, but I get to take it a step further. Most months have 4 weeks. Oh my goodness, working a 4-day work week. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm going to do this week is going to help me accomplish this one little goal. What I do in week 2 is going to start to build momentum to help me accomplish this one little goal, which helps me get closer to my big goal. You see where I'm going? Same thing goes week 3, one little goal, one big goal, and then finally week 4. Now there's an extra step with week 4. Week 4, we accomplish our task in order to reach our little goal that helps us get to the big goal. But on week 4, the end of the month, what is one thing that I talk about all of the time that is an important part and step when you are talking about your goals? It's evaluation. Evaluation. And inside Systems by Design, we evaluate, right? It's the monthly questions. And those monthly questions are, what was your goal? What was your one little goal? And did you reach it? Yes or no? If yes, why? What do you think contributed to the success of the little goal of accomplishing it? If no, why not? And I ask you, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Those monthly questions, sometimes I think like the different playbooks and like this one playbook is worth the cost of the whole membership. Getting you into motion of evaluating where you are. This is custom planning for you and your business. You literally can identify, well, you know what? I was not consistent in talking to my dream customer. Therefore, I did not reach my sales goal. So my planning for the next month as I go into support the big goal is that I need to do X, Y, Z. That is custom planning for your business. And this is as difficult as it gets. We overcomplicate everything. And I think just looking at this picture, I hope it encourages you. Looking at this picture, it's like, what's your goal? All right, let's break it down into 30-day action. And now you have 4 days in a week to do a task that's going to get you closer to getting the goal, to getting to the big goal. And then we rinse and repeat. So it could be a different goal that's going to help you get there. But the thing is, just like this picture, you see it. You cannot just think about your goal. You cannot keep it hidden, keep it closed up in your brain. You have to see it, whether you are using digital planning, whether you are writing it out in a notebook, whether you are writing it out in your planner, whether you're writing it out on sticky note. You have to see it. Because if it stays in your brain, what is that quote? It is a wish. And we want to turn a goal into a plan. And so we have to map it out. So same thing goes true. This last week, what do? We evaluate. Oh, thank you, Rhonda, for that trigger releasing on the 25th. Let me go get the monthly questions and ask myself, custom planning for me and my business. All right, I got one last sprint to help me reach my goal. And so we run the same implementation. Here is a little goal that's going to help me reach the big goal. And we should be building momentum by the time we get here at the end of our last 30. We implement, implement, implement. Week 2, week 3, and week 4 is almost a bigger evaluation. We can do an evaluation of how we did this month, but then overall, am I where I need to be in order to have accomplished the big goal? Why would I even break this down into one big, three little? Number one is because a lot of times my clients, my members, they will come to me, they will share what their goals are, and I want you to reach for the stars. But my goodness, if you worked 12-hour days, 365 days, there is no way that you can reach that goal. We overwhelm our ability to get the work done. Therefore, we set ourselves up for failure and we stay in a constant loop. Y'all, I feel like I'm on a soapbox right now because I'm really getting pumped and excited today. I hope you are. I want you to accomplish your dream. I want you to accomplish your goal. But by gosh, when you shut your computer at the end of your workday, I want you to feel good, because that feel good is going to encourage you to come back the next day and do it all over again. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, instead of feeling drained, instead of feeling like this online thing is not going to work for me. When I launched the low ticket designer, I had a slide, and that slide was a pretty profound slide for me, where I said, I am just a homeschooling soccer mom that built $1 million funnel off a $27 template. And the reason is that, like, I see all of my peeps as my peeps. Like, I don't see like people as numbers. That really bothers me. And I think that's just like the marketing that's out there right now. That feels very icky to me. And I feel like I concentrate on customer experience. I do not always get it right. I do not. My tech breaks, my systems break. Sometimes I just don't feel it on a particular day, but it is what I try to do. It is the thing that lights me up. So we're going to talk about weekly routine blueprint, because tapping into your routine sets you up for success. I don't want, I never try to say, this is the formula, this is the way that it has to be. I like to give you things that you can tap into. Your morning routine, that sets you up for success every single day, not a 7-figure business owner routine that makes $100,000 a month. That you're going to have to stop. You're going to have to think about it. You're going to have to, well, I don't really do things that way. You're going to stay in your head. Your weekly routine sets you up for success every single day. Now, notice, did you see the one big, three little 4-day work week? When I was running a mastermind, one of the things that people would say, how I would ask them, how many days a week are they working? And some would work 7 days a week, some were 6, some would work 5. But if they were working 5, one of the things that they would say is that, but Friday is a half day. I'm like, well, if Friday is a half day, let's make it a non-worky day, right? Let's do a 4-day work week, because whatever task you're just drinking your coffee, relaxing, whatever task that you are doing on a Friday, let's push them to Thursday so that you're just drinking your coffee and not working at all on a Friday. That you have better buffer space for your life, for your clients, and any curveballs. Life is going to live every single day. 2 weeks ago, 5:30 in the morning on a Saturday, hey mom, the phone rings. Hey mom, I'm like not awake. Andrew says, I think I need to go to the emergency room. I stumble out of bed and I'm like, what is wrong? And he's like, and Daniel and I, within 30 minutes, were in the car driving 8 hours to Virginia for his emergency appendectomy. It didn't burst. His appendix did not burst, which was fantastic. Life is going to throw you curveballs. See him coming, just like my house, a tree in half, almost a year ago, September 27th. Build your routine around your real life. A lot of times I used to ask clients to do a time audit and how they're spending their time, because how they're spending their time versus how they think they spend their how much time they think they have to work are very different. And they would say to me before they even started, well, this week is not a real, it's not like a real week. It's different. Every single week is different. That week that I had a tree come through my house, I had planned, I had batched my work. We had scheduled an Airbnb and we were going to go to Charleston for my daughter's ring weekend. That's the big weekend for seniors. It's a all in tradition and she gets that band of gold. That's what I was planning to do. I was not planning to be in my Wonder Woman nightgown, sopping up water, picking up insulation, holding for the insurance company, crying, just watching all of the work that we had done to rebuild our house crumble around us. That was not my intention. Pick 1 to 2 daily anchors. I talk about anchors in terms of like your morning routine. That is an anchor. Every morning I know what I'm going to do. It's kind of like what Steve Jobs wearing black all the time, like a black turtleneck. He didn't have to make that decision. Pick an anchor like your morning routine. Pick an anchor like 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is when I do most of my workshops. It is predictable. And it doesn't matter how unpredictable the day goes, kind of like yesterday walking in with the contractor. I'm going to get things done. I'm plugging into a schedule or a routine. Embrace flexibility over perfection. I wish there was like an amazing like nirvana of working in our businesses day to day. That's just Friday. My plan last week was we were at orientation for my son who's transferring to a big university. I woke up with a migraine, took my medication, still did not get better. Took a shot, still did not get better. Was on the way home crying, took more medication, still did not. I thought they were going to have to take me to the ER. Embrace flexibility. I don't really work on weekends. The things that I do on weekends are more like things around the house. The flexibility was allowing myself grace to do nothing. I needed to rest. I think sometimes my migraines are triggered by, and I know I've suffered from these all my life, but it's a way for my body to shut down, that I need rest. And so with all the things going on, I think that was my shutdown. I did not want to do it that way. But the flexibility over perfection, the thing that I share daily 3, nightly 3, your daily 3 non-negotiable things that you're going to accomplish during your day. Can you only accomplish 2? Yeah. Can you accomplish 1? Yeah. Can you accomplish 0? You're the boss. You make the rules. The nightly 3 is all a part of getting your mind right, so that I know, like, if I look and I know the 3 things that I need to do the next day, but I'm looking at them the night before, I wake up and I'm ready to go. I'm using my morning routine as part of a productivity pop for myself. Done, done, done. Now what's on my daily 3 again? Remind myself that's all I'm focusing on. Rhonda's template ecosystem. So this is new. I shared this yesterday, first time ever. And so the template ecosystem is, let me just really quickly, let me cover templates. So Business Command Center, it's all of your tools and resources in one template. The Simple Social is the plan, organize, and track your social media. That is the template. And the Client Command Center, that is managing your clients using just one template. So the question was, I've got all of these templates. Where do I focus my time? Okay. So we have a pretty colorful chart here and it goes over a month's time, right? So the Business Command Center, it really, like, you can do it on your own. And I've created a GPT, which if you go to the dashboard now, you will see there is a GPT to customize that Business Command Center for you. 10 minutes a day. There's that 10-minute. Dang it, she uses 10 minutes a lot. I say 4 days because I understand that it takes longer than 4 days to establish a habit. But if you do 10 minutes and you pick a couple of lists each day and you add what we call the catch up, so all of the immediate things that you are using, I know that in that 4-day period of time, you're going to go look for something and you're going to go your traditional route up and over and through the woods to find it. And then you'll stop and you'll realize, oh my gosh, it's in the Business Command Center. That dopamine hit is going to floor you, and you're going to realize how much time that's going to save. All right. So 10 minutes, that's it. Like, get started, get familiar. If you're new to Trello, I have a new way of just like looking at Trello, right? 4 days. Now, if you've purchased with the Business Command Center, people do all types of combinations. So then where am I talking about? In today with that sprint, you're focusing on revenue generating activities. We're not trying to go viral for viral sake because we get all of these views. Those views don't necessarily translate into revenue. I want you to focus on things that either you've done in the past or things where you're working one-on-one with someone, you're working in a small group, selling a template that will translate into revenue for you. So with the templates, I'm talking about the Client Command Center, specifically focusing on onboarding, fulfillment, and offboarding. And the information inside of this dashboard, i.e. the Client Command Center, will help you with onboarding. I give you an onboarding SOP. I share with you how to do your fulfillment, and I give you the offboarding SOP. And I give you really simple ways of using labels, only 3, to be tracking your clients, and ways that you can use things like AI tools that will help you to catch tasks and add to the template. So all of that is in the Client Command Center, and I recommend that you start here, right? So we're with Business Command Center, and where do we go next? The Client Command Center. Now, Systems by Design is, I know you're going to have questions around onboarding. You're going to have questions about time management. You're going to have questions about your offer, about your sales call, about scaling, about offboarding. That's what Systems by Design is. And the thing about Systems by Design, I've added a GPT, Betty. She's trained on all of the playbooks. So you can talk to Betty and get Betty's help as you're going through the Client Command Center. You can also, right here, it is a system. People are loving this system. I got to tell you, I've had 100 chats with folks. Help Me Rhonda is literally a button. You can text me or you can video. And I'm going to video message you back. I'm going to tell you tools and resources that you need in order to answer the question. That goes straight to your inbox. It's on demand. And then, of course, you get the playbooks. So this is kind of your underlying Systems by Design is here. It fills in the gaps that you're having. And 9 times out of 10, it's around planning. It's around systems. It's around dream customer, all right here. All right. Some have purchased SOP frameworks. It's an amazing it's such a tight product. I call it SOP starters. So if you're focused on the Client Command Center and you're getting support here, what is SOP frameworks? Well, you get a Google Doc, you get a video overview, and all of those SOPs are in 3 formats: Trello, Asana, and ClickUp. So you can load those into the project management tool so you're never starting from scratch. And then finally, so the Social Command Center. I put social here. I want you to focus on money first, because when we're focused on money, then we feel less overwhelmed. And now you know you need to plan social because we have to attract our dream customer, right? So it's plan, organize, and track. So this is my first attempt at putting the ecosystem together, just a great visual overview. Couple of things. Inside Business Command Center, you got a brand new GPT. And that GPT will help you, doesn't matter your niche. It actually asks you your niche and it asks you your goal. And it's going to help you get up and running with the Business Command Center. As soon as you click on that, guess what? I have a overwhelm to organized GPT. So if you bought the whole suite, that GPT is going to walk you through first the Business Command Center, and then based on your goals, then it will tell you exactly where to go. Now, I've given you my opinion. If you've purchased all of these, this is where I would start next. Okay? So let me know if you have any questions. I see like comments in the thread. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm really excited about this. Brand new. And I'm using GPTs. So really quickly, when I launched, so we had a workshop, turn what you know into a template, right? And that workshop launched Low Ticket Designer. And inside of Low Ticket Designer, there is a GPT, and it's called the Knowledge to Template GPT. It asks you 3 questions. Mighty Python, if you are of that age. Anyway, 3 questions. And based on those 3 questions, that Knowledge to Template GPT generates everything that you need inside of your template. I have never seen anything push people into action faster than that Knowledge to Template GPT. Women were literally sitting on ideas for years. 4 years. And they were so excited with the information that GPT spit out to them. All of a sudden, like all of the things, like they stopped worrying about it. Now, it's a comprehensive little program, but that GPT, it pushed them into action. So guess what? I'm putting GPTs everywhere. Why am I putting GPTs everywhere? It creates a custom customer experience. So the Business Command Center, what niche are you? Oh, I'm a realtor. What is your goal? To get organized. And it's going to map out, number 1, easy ways for you to get started, but it's also going to suggest lists that might be helpful for you. The overwhelm to organized. It's another way. I know this is visual, but I also, having homeschooled for 15 years, 4 kids, very different learning styles. So being able to click on a GPT, it loads in, doesn't matter if it's a free or paid plan, it will load there and you can interact with it. Now, I'm hoping it doesn't go off the rails, because I even say that in my videos of the training. I'm like, we've trained it. I've given it to a lot of people. They've tested it. Everything is working. We'll see. It's AI. Who knows, right? But I want to push you into implementation faster, not so that you can do more work. It's almost that closing a laptop, and you know what I say, so you can go do more of what you love to do, right? So, key to your success, 3 things. Map out the plan. Don't think it. If it is locked away in your brain, it's not a goal, it's not a plan, and more than likely, it's not going to happen, and it's going to keep you in a cycle. Map out the plan. Number 2, implement. Implement. The faster you can go to collect data, you can determine, is this something I want to do? I don't really like that part. Do I want to hire a team member, or is this something AI can do for me? Read the data. That is the implement. And when we get the data and we can read the data, now we can make informed decisions, not emotional, because let's face it, we're emotional about our business. And that's why I say, call my baby ugly, because in theory, you wouldn't call a baby ugly, right? But I want that constructive, not hateful, constructive criticism and feedback. Because if it's clear to me, but clear as mud to you, there's the gap, there's the problem, right? And number 3, just like what we've talked about, evaluate. Evaluate creates the custom plan for you then to turn around and implement for the next month. You do not have to wait till the end of the year and say, all right, what's my New Year's resolution? Let me plan for 2026. You don't have to wait. You can recommit. Y'all, your month could go to crap. Every plan, and you try to implement, and it just didn't work. Okay, well, the implementation, what didn't work? How can we change that so we can turn around, take the plan, implement, and evaluate? It literally is just the 3 things here. over and again. And it really boils down to your offer and your customer. Are you talking to your customer? Are you using your customer language? And does the offer align? The customer language, if you think about it, you are typically about 10 steps ahead of your customer. So you may be using different language than what they are currently using because they're behind you. And so listen, use their language, not your language, if that makes sense. Okay, here's the recap. The system reset checklist. I feel like, do you guys watch the Today Show? One of my favorite segments is when they do the all the things that they sell at the very end. I feel like that's what's happening right now. The system reset checklist. These are the things that you can get. The August sprint plan and the weekly routine blueprint. If we really, in all of these, if you think about kind of all of these kind of encapsulate working your business into your lifestyle routine. Things that I'm doing today, I am planning for my future. Things that are happening today are things that I did 6 months ago. I have an ads coach, and we do twice a week, we do call sessions. And during those sessions, he in some instances, he's laughing. He said, I want you to just realize where you are today and where you were 6 months ago or where you were 12 months ago. I want you to realize how fast you are making decisions based on the implementation that you have done over time. And so I'm building what I want my life to look like in the future today. And so that plan, I'm mapping it. I'm taking very intentional steps, and I'm evaluating each and every month. All right. So this is the last, and then I'm going to go back and see. I'm going to see here if there are any comments. So the AI Command Center, I talked about this. I released, it was funny because I released the video and then I sent the email out, and all of a sudden I started getting all of these, oh my gosh, tell me how to do this. How did I get this? I want this. I want that. The AI Command Center is a collection of custom GPTs designed to streamline your business task. It's kind of like the iteration was prompts at the very beginning of AI, and now GPTs, they're not new, but it's kind of GPTs, their worth really is how they are trained, both with instructions and the knowledge that's given to the GPTs, right? So there's some really good ones and there's some really crappy ones. The AI Command Center consists of, there are 4 really buckets of GPTs and bonuses. All right. The release date for this is August 20th. So it is coming. If you are looking for a solution in using AI, I'm super, super, super excited. I think that there is a, let's see, hold on. Stop sharing. Okay. Hey, I think there's a lot of noise out there when it comes to AI. It makes me feel overwhelmed. I look at, it's like, remember Gremlins? Like you put water on them and like 5 would pop out. AI feels like that right now. And all of the noise out there, it's so, so loud. All of the noise out there is, I have to stop and I have to say, what do I need to run my business? All of the things like this video stuff is great. I'm never going to use those videos to replicate myself. I feel that there has to be human connection, and how can AI support us? They always use these phrases of AI to run your business, AI to run your business, AI, and then all of these tools and all of these things and the latest and the greatest, but they never tell you how to do those things. And some of the things that are coming are so complicated and you really don't need them. You don't. I mean, I work 3 days a week. I have 1 team member, and we use AI internally, operations, in sales, in marketing, in product, and like, what do you really need? What do you need inside of your business? And I think like when you define that, and again, it's part of your plan, like write it out. When you write it out, you're like, oh, I don't need, was it VO3? I mean, those are fantastic videos. And if that's what you do, like specific, like video development for customers, like hands down, yeah, you need to be there. But for the most part, it's way overwhelming. I think that AI can collapse time. It can leverage time. It can help us take our thoughts, our work, and make it better. And just like how we're using GPTs in our business, in my business, to help customers get a faster implementation. Because if they implement and they get that dopamine hit, then they're going to be encouraged to come back and you have a customer for life. So it's less that actually helps you generate more, right? So just really quickly, everybody's good morning, good morning, good morning. I love Canva too and have used it for years. Yes, I need help in Canva itself. Yes, Rhonda. So Rhonda comes on like it's like I'm talking to myself. What is the price of the AI command center? It's not released yet. Like I gave you, it will be an annual cost. So here's the way that it's going to go. I'm going to give you like so many details here. Yes, they're GPTs. When you click it, you can use the free or paid version of ChatGPT, right? And so obviously when you click it, it's going to go into your GPT account. We're doing I think there probably will end up being 21, maybe 28 GPTs. And those GPTs will be updated quarterly. And so we will let folks know about that. So when you load them into your account, yes, they're in your account. And that's the other thing that I love about it is that it's in your account. And if you're in AI every day, the more likely you are to use it, right? So, but we will update them on a quarterly basis. The plan that we're going to offer is annual. It is very affordable. The bonuses, I hope, blow your mind. That's what I'm hoping for. The GPTs to blow your mind. There will be and I'm really excited about this. It's something that I've done in the past. There will be and you don't think you need it. It's called Morning Motivate, and it is a daily 365 days a year podcast that drops. You will also get weekly, I think you'll get weekly emails from me and just how we are, it's how I do Systems by Design. I send out weekly videos. And I think that's it. Oh, I might do just a funsy monthly drop of GPTs, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But I'm really excited. It's what we use internally. And I want you to think about, like, I don't know if you guys, let me know in the chat. I might, let me see. What is the price? AI feels like my brain and steroids. Yes, I get what I'm looking for, but my brain cannot construct it like I want it. Yes. So I can't remember what I was going to say after reading that comment, Rhonda. I can't remember what I was going to say. Sorry. Oh, I know what I was talking about. It's team. So I want you to think about the price of what a team member costs. So there are team members that are stateside. We've used international as well. Heather is stateside. And I don't feel like, I don't really, I've managed a big team. Heck, with my old business that I sold, I had 450 volunteers and 50 team members. So I've managed a lot. But with that, again, Like I'm looking for all time leverage stuff. But even internationally, you're looking at potentially upwards, if it's full time with benefits and internet and health, like $800 a month. $800 a month. And it's AI Command Center won't be anywhere near that. So I feel like so this will be the initial launch. It will be available at the beta price first. So let me see. Super excited about the AI Command Center. Very timely and needed. Important that we use AI to our advantage. 100%. Today's live is right on time for me. Hey, thank you, Call for to Success, Rhonda, because I feel totally overwhelmed by life and business, and I file into the organization wagon, so to speak. So this is a great reminder of what I already have and need to go back to all of your products. So Call to Success. Make sure, like, start with Business Command Center. I just added the GPT yesterday. It's step 4. And so there's an overview video. When you click, it says click to access, and that will get you started. As soon as you click that button, it's probably not installed yet. You will also get access to the Overwhelm to Organize GPT too. And that's like helping you put all of the templates together. We wanted to do it in such a way that it didn't feel overwhelming. But we wanted to kind of start with the Business Command Center. So we have just about 5 minutes left. I'm happy to answer any other questions that you guys have. Please let me know in the chat. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I appreciate you so much. Open book, and I'm happy to help here, happy to answer any questions. But Call to Success, just know that you're not alone. But I really feel like, if I'm being honest, it's life. It's life that feels so overwhelming because, I mean, just look at all of the moving parts. I wouldn't even call it renovating, rebuilding the house. I'm really thankful for how it's happened. It's happened in very small stages. And so there's not so many decisions to make kind of all at once and just to be really thoughtful about. But now we're kind of coming in and at the end, and like that train, it's getting faster and faster. Well, Thomas leaves this week, Jack leaves next week, and just a lot of stuff going on. Thank you so much for your authenticity. Yes, thank you. Yeah, you know what? I appreciate that, because I have a huge mindset block around that. And it's because people say, oh, I get DMs all the time. Oh, I get emails all the time. So I feel like I can't say that even when it happens, because I feel like what they're saying is not true. Does that make sense? When I launched Low Ticket Designer, we had the workshop. And typically I will have about 250 people that will register for a workshop. And I'll have upwards of almost 100 people that will show. Well, I told you at the top of the hour, with my tech stack, I have an annual plan now with Zoom, and I do the meetings. I don't pay the $80 a month for the webinar. So I only have 100 seats. So the mindset block was, I'm not going to tell people they're only 100 seats, then only 20 people show, right? I opened that room 5 minutes early, and people started coming in. 15, 20, 40, 60. The last time that I looked up, there were 89 people. People would drop out and come back in. I wanted to serve the people that were there, but I kept having to admit people. And the next time I was like, Heather, you're going to have to be on with me, and we're going to have to stop people from coming in. Like when we reach 100, we reach 100, and we'll serve those people, because it's not fair for them, right? And I know, because then in the group, oh my gosh, my internet dropped and I can't get back in. I felt bad, but I couldn't manage and stay in the flow. So now when I say I got 100 seats, I got 100 seats for any workshops that I do. We open the doors 5 minutes early. And when I say we get emails, we get emails. And I just felt so good when I had that she was kind of nasty comment about all of the templates. I'm like, you know what? I am supporting my customer each and every week, and I'm live with them, and I answer their questions. And this is what they're asking of me, and this is what I'm sharing. This is what I preach that you do as well. So if you don't like that, maybe we are just not a good fit together. Because I think that, I've always said, like, don't go and build something in a cave and then come out and try to launch it. And they're like, I don't know what that is. I don't need that. Right. Like, work with your customer. I've always found that those tools and resources have been the best thing that you can do. So just know that I appreciate you. All right. Awesome. 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 I thank you so much. Guys, we're going to wrap up. Do you have any other questions? I'm just happy that today's live went off. I was able to see the comments. Thank you so much. I was able to share my screen. I was excited about what I shared. Think about August as a give me month. And a give me month is getting your mind right and preparing so that you can finish the rest of the year strong. I want you to put some boundaries. I want you to put some rules in place. And those rules kind of protect the peace that you have had over summer, where it was really easy for you to say, no, I'm not going to do that. No, don't have time for that. Yeah, I'm going to take today off. Take that and that schedule that you have worked, that you want to work, and transition into holiday hangover, right? And focus on those things, revenue generating activities. Even if, I'll just give you the last example. For years and years, I wrote blog posts and I did a Pinterest pin and I sent the email out and I checked the box off. Did it make me any money? It did not. But someone told me, write a blog post, do a Pinterest pin, send out an email, check the box. And when I stopped doing all of those things, and it was really hard because I'm a very A-type personality and I'm a very systems oriented, and that was what I was supposed to do. And it was hard for me to release that and just focus on those things that bring in money. And then what did I do to bring in that money? And then what did I do in order to have to fulfill to my customer, right? And then, I mean, it comes down to a math problem. How much time do you want to work and how much money do you want to make? All right. So thank you so much for your time today. Again, top of the hour, respectful of your time. I know we kind of went a couple of different directions here at the end. Appreciate you so much. If there's anything that we can do to help, always reach out. Inside of the community, if you're a Business Command Center customer, everybody gets access to that free group, or that free group, that private group. Everybody gets access there, and you can always tag me. If you're in Systems by Design, help me, Rhonda. Use it. You don't have to do video. You can type out the questions 50-50, what people do. I will respond, and that video goes straight to your inbox. Make sure you check your spam, because it's a weird email address. All right. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have an amazing week and go plan out your month. All right. Take care. We'll talk soon.